Oh, here we go. Getting started. Oh, why is my bar here? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I understand the animosity towards Severly, but I think it's misplaced. I think the animosity should be pointed at WB, but I also think that from a business standpoint, they made the right decision. I just don't like it. Yeah, Fast Buffs is pretty cool, I must admit. Oh, I was too far to get the extra health buff by like probably a foot. Boy, the highest user count I've had for a live stream, it might be today with 17 viewers. I don't do a whole lot of live streams. I'm not the kind of guy that tries to really put himself out there as a streamer. Um, but I figure you got to share some things. This is definitely one of them. Especially now in the twilight of Asheron's Call. Yeah, you see them dancing. They're going to be clapping soon, giving ourselves a round of applause. All right, I'll put you down there, Magnus. Oh, 18, that's a new record. It has to be. Welcome to my channel, everybody. Tonight we are running the Gauntlet. The most difficult quest, if you can call it a quest, in Asheron's Call. Unbeatable unless you break the game and create a huge fellow. I think the most we've ever had was 100 accounts in one fellow, but we only run about 20 in the Gauntlet. Oh, they don't get the email when you host? I did not know that. Yeah, do it, man. Whatever. Oh, I don't have to do any manual actions. Everything is automated at this point. The only manual actions I'm going to do is pull away from the group a little bit sometimes to give you guys a better view. We've run this quite a bit. We've got it figured out. Alright, you see us pre-summoning here. You see all these summons come out. That's because there's a lag spike when you first summon. But if you pre-summon ahead of time, I guess it loads the summons into memory or something. I don't know. But it ends up, we don't get that huge lag spike in the beginning. So we'll usually pre-summon a couple of times here in the lobby before we go in. We've actually knocked people in the lobby offline by pre-summoning. It's pretty funny. That's one of the reasons we don't have everyone in here. The people tagging along are actually in the meeting hall outside. Fizzling is not fun, I must agree. Alright, here we go. Alright, so you first go in, and they get you put into this little room for some reason. I guess to take up a few seconds. I don't know why. And then into the Gauntlet for the first room. You can see on the map here, this is the Gauntlet. Okay. Most of the Gauntlet, you go between two rooms back and forth, and then it just creates the right monsters. Right here is the little room we just ran through. And these two squares, that's room 5. It actually splits your fellowship in 2. And each fellowship has to kill grievers in that room. And once all the grievers are, not all the grievers, but certain grievers actually in those rooms are dead, then it'll allow you to go to the 6th room, which is going to end up being like back into this same room I'm in right now, just with different creatures. Hey, it looks like we got a skip there. You can actually skip spawns in this, just like in Coliseum. It's really difficult, though. We've only been able to skip like 3 to 4 per run out of all of the spawns. The first room's pretty easy. It's, you know, tomb rocks and a few Verindis and a handful of skeleton archers, but nothing terrible. It usually takes 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 4 to get through this room. Some rooms are, of course, worse than others. Get off to the side a little. Unfortunately, it's going to pull me back at the end of the spawn, so I'm going to have to turn off V-Tank. We've got the jiggle on, so, you know, don't get hurt as much. Less incoming damage, less healing. I think this is a pretty good view. Hey, we're up to 23. That's pretty good. Welcome to the channel, guys, if you haven't ever been here before. I don't really do a lot, but I do some. I remember going in here the first day with a group of 9. And this room took us a good 15 minutes. I couldn't believe it. Now we beat it in like 3 or 4. 3.5 that time. but of course we have 22 accounts in here. Alright, on to stage 2. In stage 2, it kind of looks like stage 1 in the beginning, but it does switch it up during the second spawn. We did miss the skip, as per usual. I don't understand why they even added the skips in here. A Fellowship of 9 could never get a skip. It's impossible. Here we go. Get some Lugians with their hollow rocks. They are kind of painful, but they die pretty quickly. Just drop a Gossamer on them and shoot them with some lightning wrens. Oh, we almost skipped. So close. By the way, again, if you have any questions you want me to answer, anything you want me to talk about, just send something into the chat on Twitch or in-game. Thanks, Sin Eater. Much appreciated. But don't worry, we got this. We haven't lost a run in a while, unless it was a disconnect or something like that. That use breakable turn 2 thing is kind of weird sometimes. Turns me all the way around. But for the most part it works well. Oof. Watch those frames stutter when the creatures spawn. Everyone starts the cast. Now, I will say, doing this manually is impossible. I mean, in order to beat it, we need a whole bunch of accounts, so it makes things hard to see. But doing this manually also, you can't do it by hand because you can't tell what's been vulned. It's impossible. We have to have V-Tank for this. Alright, this is the Wisp room. The Wisps are a pain. They shoot out these Frost Wave spells, hit you like 5 times each. And of course, they vuln you for Frost. So they can be a little bit deadly sometimes, but most of the time we don't get any deaths in here. Sometimes, though. Sometimes one of our characters will just take the full Frostwave to the face and just go back to the Lifestone. But that's alright. They turn in a Dark Isle item and portal back. If you're watching the green chat over here, you'll notice a lot of spectrals being burned. A lot of these creatures in here are going to resist the hell out of you. So we have to burn spectrals. We would burn rares, even though it would get kind of expensive. But they actually do not allow you to get into the dungeon with rares. And if you have any active when you go in, they dispel it. It's kind of a pain. So specters are our only option. There we go. Moving on through. Moritzi, thank you for coming and watching my streams. Oh, looks like they all spawned on top of us this time. It's been kind of happening and it's weird. Usually things kind of spawn out in the middle and the far edges of the room. But lately we've been getting them like all right on top of us with a few spawns. It's kind of odd. I mean, you run this enough times, you kind of know where things are going to spawn. See, that's where they should be spawning. Oh no, they must be moving in. That must be what happened. Yeah, they're moving in. I apologize. Not much else to say about this room. Just a few wisps, gotta kill. Moving on. Alright, we're 3 rooms done out of 12. It's taken us a little over 11 minutes. It's not too bad. Some of the rooms go really quick, some of them go really slow. Kind of just depends on what's in them. Alright, another lazy room. Some recycled creatures from previous rooms. Oh, there's trade again. In the trade chat, of course. Just preying upon people. Alright, here we have the Remorands. First spawn of these and the second spawn, not too bad. The third spawn's got quite a few in it. I'm just going to clear this. I don't like looking at trades chat. These guys just spam war spells at us. They don't really come at us with melee attacks or missile at all. Just war spell, war spell, war spell. Watch Bob play with himself. That stream would probably get a lot more viewers. Here we go, final spawn in this room. This is where it gets a little bit hairy. As you can see, there's a Just a handful of these. Just spamming us with blade arc and whatnot. They're kind of mean, but not too bad. Hey, look at that. We jumped 2 viewers after the Watch Bob Play With Himself thing came out. Wonko, you may be right. You would probably get a whole lot initially, and then they'd all go away. Alright, here's room 5. I was talking about this before. In this room, it's kind of like a square around a square. There is a door to get out on the other side once we complete this, but if you see along the sides, change the view again. Along these sides, of course I'm turning around. There's these fire spells that go out, so it's kind of dangerous, and there's also a whole lot of like fire explosions all over the place. At times, they were going a moment ago, but now they're not. We actually only have to kill the black grievers in here. The yellow ones don't matter. They're a waste of time. Once we kill all the black grievers, though, we just portal out and go to and run back in, because it's safer for our bots to do that, to be perfectly honest. If we don't do that, we get a lot of deaths. And even portaling out, we get some deaths. Sometimes, not always. Here we go. I've got the landscape textures turned down, I'm sorry. But I am running multiple accounts and streaming. And the nice thing is, unlike Kahlo, you just go right to the room you're supposed to go to. It's a stage 6 door here. So we don't have to go through all the different rooms. It's really nice that way, actually. That is one thing I will say that the devs did right on this. Alright, stage 6, we got some shadows. Yeah, that's about it. A few Verendi here and there, but this is the shadow room. Nothing super special about it. These guys aren't too tough. You'll see, by the way, there's NPCs that line the top here and, of course, on the other side. And there's a door, but you cannot click on it. Here, we'll just do that. It doesn't actually do anything. Oh, what did I click on? I clicked on that. Oh, crap. I didn't even think I could do that. Huh. That is interesting. Well, I learned something new. Ha! He's a Celestial Hand member. Look at that. That's really funny. Radiant Blood Warrior. He's in the Celestial Hand Society. Chicago CMW. Is that you, Coz? How you doing, buddy? You know what? I'm going to screenshot that just for posterity. Oh, sorry, I forgot to silence my phone. There we go. That's really funny. Well, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just living it up in the final days. Knocking out a gauntlet. I've noticed a lot of different kinds of people after the announcement. There's those that have just tried to lash out, like people just spamming general channel because they're angry. You know, I understand the anger. I just don't agree with the choice. People that are really sad, you know, people that just want to relive the memories, get those feels in. You know, this is different kinds of people I've noticed. Alright, this is the Baroon Room. Boy, I say that twice. Starts off with some Makirs, but there is one Baroon out right now. Just can't see him in this fray. He's in there somewhere. There he is. Oh, wait, maybe not. Boy, I can't even see him. There he is. The little ones are kind of annoying. They use Verdian Rise style special attacks. Whoa. Yeah, you know, I wish he did too, but I really don't think he ever was allowed to. I think he was allowed to work on it for a while, but you know, in big corporations like WB, they tell you how it is. You don't get to choose what you're doing. You know, if AC was still run by Turbine themselves, not owned by WB, we would have had the server files. I guarantee it. But although I'm not advocating for criminal activities, if someone were to break into the data center and steal the hard drives, we could have the server files. Hint, hint. But when these guys first came out, now Severlin did fix this for us, which was nice. You couldn't actually hurt the Garuks here, these Garuk grunts, until they allowed you to hurt them. And then they wouldn't allow you, and then they would, and you know, it would end up adding a lot of extra time to your run if they just didn't feel like letting you hurt them, which was quite annoying. But they removed that functionality, luckily, in one of the final hotfix patches towards the end. And I think that's what pretty much allowed people to even get to room 11 to get flagged for level 50 Paragons. Without removing that, I think it would have been almost impossible. Almost. I mean, maybe some people could have done it. I mean, we did it afterwards, but it's possible with more training. A 9-man group could have flagged prior. I am running 6 right now. DMDTT is running 6 as well, and Treasure Chest, I believe, is running 9. So this is a 21 character run. The smallest amount we've ever had that we won with was 15. But I guess everything went really right that run. We normally finish with anywhere between like 7 and 9 minutes left with this group. We've got it pretty standard, actually. Like in the Coliseum, every change you make to your meta will either add a few seconds or remove a few seconds from the run, and you can actually get it to finish runs within like 10 seconds of each other every time. Here it's pretty much the same, but there is a little more wiggle room in terms of what can happen. But we generally have it basically between 7 and 9 minutes left every time. Alright, room 8. Actually, I think we're ahead right now by a little bit, maybe 30 seconds. I think we usually have 34 and change left. Now we have 35:11. Alright, we got these nasty Ulthoys in this room. They are crazed. They're not too bad, they go down pretty quick. Especially with Paradox Bows on my Archmages. Just love watching all the archers back up. Stupid bug. How is it discovered? I'm not 100% sure. The way it works is you, if you recruit 2 people at the exact same time in an 8-man fellow, it'll actually create a 10-man fellow. And it kind of breaks the fellowship. So at that point, if you kick everyone out of the fellow but the 10th man and the leader, they can actually each recruit their own 9-man fellows at that point. Because they're not exactly connected, but they are connected in the end. And then you can split the split fellows. Talking about fellowship bugs, one of the greatest bugs that I figured out was how to steal the leader from somebody. There was a way in the past that you could actually steal leader from a fellow. I used to do it in Egg Orchard all the time. When there would be dead people at the Lifestone, I'd just kick them out of the fellow. Because I needed my XP. And they were just sucking it all up. And there's another fellowship glitch that I call the nuclear option I'm not going to talk about. But I'm just throwing it out there so you know there is one. There is a nuclear option. All right. Starting room 9. I believe this is the Tuskers. Yeah, well, I think it's not just that nobody cares, it's that they're not fixing anything. I mean, there's been a lot of exploits in the past that they did fix. Little cute Tusky throwers. Or what are they called? Tusker heavers. They should be called Tusky heavers. I blame no worries on that one. Alright, this is one of my favorite new-ish monster models. I think these things look great. Honestly, I think they look really good. I'll have to check that out. The Confessions thread. HW. These guys they're just time sinks. They don't do a lot of damage, they just have a lot of health. Doesn't seem like it because we had 21 characters shooting at it, but they do. Oh, and in this room, I don't know if it's spawned right now, no. On the ceiling spawns a cloud that shoots ores at you. In at least one of the spawns. The cloud, however, is annoying. Sometimes the cloud won't despawn right away. So we'll end up getting like 30 seconds in between spawns in here because of that. So let's see if the cloud spawns in this one. Yep. It's kind of hard to see. Hold on. But if you look, you'll see the cloud up there. It's just up there to annoy us. You can't attack it, it just shoots ores at us. It's kind of like those shadow storms in the Direlands. You're exactly right, Creeker. Tuskers are definitely mage food back in the day. And Lugian's definitely melee food. That's for sure. You can see the cloud still going up there. It's kind of hard to get an upward angle in this game. I wonder if I could see it if I do this. Nope. I'm gonna have to check that thread out and then read it. I stopped reading the post after it got boring. For a while there, it was just entertainment every day. See, that's how you Google. Oh, and I just want to throw this out there, guys. I will be attempting to beat my 47-second level 5 to 275 sometime soon. I will stream it, I guess, for fun. I'm going for less than 30 seconds to jump 270 levels. We'll see if I can do it. If you want to see the 47-second one, it is on YouTube. Alright, stage 10. This stage sucks. Okay. This stage is where we get the overdose, and mages do almost no damage to them. Archers do decent damage, yet it's only if you can land a Gossamer on them. Problem is their melee defense, or sorry, magic defense is like through the roof. So even with spec life, with the spectral, with all the buffs we can get, you only have about a 20% land rate on these, which is unfortunate. This room really shouldn't take us that long. It's artificially extra because they're so hard to land on. Oh, well, to improve the time on leveling to 275, this time I will wear an XP trinket, get that extra 6%. I'm also likely going to be using AC Tool instead of V-Tank to do the turning in of items, because I think I can get it much faster. I'm working with the guy right now that just redid AC Tool. It's on my forums. Not that it matters anymore, but AC Tool got a full-on update. Major update, and he was planning to do more, for instance, making it multi-client capable, but, you know, there's not really a point now. And that's it, really. I'm going to attempt to turn the items in faster, and I'm going to use an XP trinket. Now, I'm pretty sure I'll beat my 47 seconds. I'm hoping to hit 30. Hey, for those that followed me, I just noticed a few of you have. Thank you. We got Daggerath and Chicago CMW, Apollo MT. Thank you very much. This really is not my favorite room. It just takes forever. We actually had to create a Brill bot just for this room. You'll see the chat, Brill me, Brill me, Brill me, and all that. Because just landing on these things is so difficult, we have to Brill to even have a decent enough chance. I think that might bring it up to like 23% chance of landing. It's not good. I did not think I could click on these. It's weird. Also, we split up in this room, if you notice. The reason we split up is they're shielded on the front, so you only want to hit them from behind. So by splitting up, we get them to split up, and we only attack those at a further range than anything close. I forgot to mention that, actually. Not only do they have insane magic defense, but they're shielded on the front. Which I guess makes sense. I mean, they are armadillos. I mean, you know, it's in the name. Oh, that was weird. Alright. We're past the main Dillo room, but there are more Dillos to come, unfortunately, in this room. Not as many. This is the undead room. The undeads go down really fast, so that's good. But I think the final two spawns in this room have some Dillos in it. What's the quest? This is the Gauntlet. It's the final quest added to Ashron's Call and the most difficult, and generally normally unbeatable, unless we glitch a fellow to allow more than 9. Thanks for joining, Saber Ray. Are more Dillos what, Maritzi? Oh, ha, now I get it. Are more Dillos. Switch to first-person view. Why not? Alright, I think on the spawn coming up, we're going to get some Dillos again. Well, actually, you think they're spelled that way. When they spawn, I do one for you. There's one. If I could click it. There we go. See? Look. More Dillo. See that? M-O-R-E. I suppose you could pronounce it Armoredillo. Armoredillo? It doesn't matter. You guys get the idea. Yeah, they actually throw the kitchen sink at you a little bit in the final spawn of this room. You'll see. There we got wisps, we got Lugians, Dillos, Undeads. But the final spawn of the final room, which is coming up next, is even worse. Why? How is this guy in our guild? Who's he sworn to? Getting our guilds spammed. Oh my god, that's killing me. There we go. Banned him. Wow, that was actually lagging me. Amazing. Hey Brad, thanks for showing up, buddy. Alright, final room. Gear Knights. Just angry Gear Knights with a whole lot of health. And here's some kitchen sink spawns here. We got a Baroon. Got some Ramarans. We're almost done. Look at that. It's like 50 times a second spamming us. Of course, it was trade. And we win. 8 minutes, 32 seconds left. Not terrible. Well, I want to say thank you guys for watching. This may not be the final Gauntlet run. It might be. I'm not sure yet. But I'm glad you guys could show up during this trying time.